Tamar Braxton, Cash Money No Limit versus that. I think they did a disservice to the whole thing. Hijacked somebody else's, and I'm not implying that it was intentional. Somebody else's moment was hijacked. The next morning, none of the stories related to Versus should have had anything to do with the Tamar Braxton. First thing.
All right, y'all, we need to talk, because what just came out about the Braxton family has people looking at this whole situation in a completely different way. For years, fans believed they understood the relationship between Toni Braxton, Tamar Braxton, and Birdman. On the surface, it seemed simple. Toni was in love, Birdman was her longtime partner, and the family eventually learned to accept the relationship. But according to new claims and old rumors that are suddenly resurfacing, the story might not be nearly that clean.
Do I know where you live?
Well, of course you don't come. So exactly. My thing, so I know where you live because I put down your down payment.
Beautiful.
And you've been stealing from me for the past couple years on my credit.
What makes this situation even more explosive is who decided to speak up. When Brat started sharing details about Birdman's history with Tamar, it sent shockwaves through social media. Because if what she's saying is true, it means the timeline we've been told could be completely wrong. And if the timeline is wrong, that opens the door to a much bigger question. Did Birdman have a relationship with Tamar while he was already involved with Toni? Or is this all just a messy misunderstanding that got blown out of proportion? Either way, the moment these allegations started spreading, fans began digging up everything they could find. Old interviews, past rumors, clips from reality shows. And the deeper people looked, the more complicated the story became. Because this isn't just about a relationship, this is about sisters, loyalty, and the kind of betrayal that can tear a family apart.
Toni Braxton?
Toni Braxton, I got
Toni Braxton. No, Toni Braxton ain't never had your back.
I got Toni Braxton.
I want it on record. I want it on national television. You want to say I don't have your back?
You didn't have my back when it came to y'all.
To understand why this drama feels so explosive, you have to look at the history of the Braxton family. For decades, they've been known as one of the most famous musical families in entertainment.
Tawanda, baby, I love her to pieces. But hide your stuff when she come over, because she snatched the wig off your head when you look the other way. She's super sneaky, clever, and crafty.
Toni built a legendary career with her unforgettable voice and emotional ballads. Tamar carved out her own lane with a powerful personality and a career that mixed music, television, and outspoken honesty. Fans watched the family dynamic play out for years on reality television. On screen, viewers saw the love between the sisters, but they also saw something else. Tension that never completely went away. Arguments over money, loyalty, and respect seemed to follow them everywhere. Despite those disagreements, there was always an understanding that family came first.
You know exactly what you're doing. Don't be looking like that, you snake-ass son of a gun. Okay. You're a snake, and then you like controversy, and you like all of that. Okay. So why would you do that?
Toni was often seen as the quiet, graceful big sister. She carried herself with a calm presence, even when chaos surrounded her. Tamar, on the other hand, had a completely different energy. She was loud, funny, emotional, and never afraid to say exactly what she felt. That difference in personality sometimes created friction, but at the end of the day, fans believed the sisters would always protect each other. Then, Birdman entered the picture. When Toni first confirmed her relationship with the Cash Money mogul, a lot of people were surprised. Their personalities seemed so different. Toni was known for her elegance and soft-spoken nature, while Birdman had a reputation for being deeply involved in the hip-hop world and surrounded by controversy. Still, Toni looked happy. In interviews, she described their bond as something that had grown slowly over many years. She explained that they had known each other for a long time before romance ever entered the conversation. For a while, the relationship appeared stable. They attended events together, shared affectionate moments in public, and even talked about marriage at one point. But behind the scenes, whispers started circulating. People began questioning whether Birdman had connections with other women in Toni's circle before their relationship became public. At first, those rumors stayed mostly in the background. Nothing concrete ever surfaced, so many fans dismissed the gossip as just another celebrity storyline.
And you've been stealing from me for the past couple years on my credit cards. And help me.
But what you steal?
I don't steal anything.
You don't? You stole men.
Who's the man that I stole?
Toni's. You slept with them a few times.
Oh, what man?
Do not get the link.
Bitch. Dirty, low down ass bitch.
Oh, you're such a liar. Such a liar.
That's where things remained, until the conversation suddenly shifted. The moment Brat's name entered the discussion, everything changed. During a conversation that quickly made its way across social media, Brat suggested that Tamar and Birdman had been involved at some point, and not just casually connected, but actually intimate. The internet exploded almost instantly, because if Tamar and Birdman had a real history, that would completely reshape how people view Toni's relationship with him. Fans immediately started asking questions. When exactly did this supposed connection happen? Was it before Toni got involved with Birdman? Or did the timeline overlap in a way that would make the situation far more uncomfortable? And that's when the speculation reached a new level. Some people claimed the relationship between Tamar and Birdman happened years earlier, long before Toni and Birdman became serious. According to that version of events, Tamar and Birdman had a brief situation that never turned into anything lasting.
Tamar, girl, why are you wiping the sweat off of Birdman's head like that, sis? Now, as a married woman, I think I can grab the mic real quick and speak on this, because even though it may, like, she may be innocently doing it, girl, no, you don't do that. Like, the man's been performing on stage all this time, and he don't need you wiping the sweat off his head. Now, I'm hoping it was just like a gesture, but girl, y'all are all performers. Like, don't do that.
But others believe the story might be much messier than that. Because once the rumors began spreading, fans started analyzing old footage from the Braxton family's reality show. Certain moments suddenly looked different through this new lens. Viewers pointed out how comfortable Tamar sometimes seemed around Birdman whenever he appeared in family settings. Small interactions that once seemed harmless began raising eyebrows. There were moments where Tamar laughed with him a little too easily, times when their conversations felt unusually familiar. Even body language between them became a topic of debate online. And of course, social media detectives didn't stop there. Old blog posts began resurfacing, claiming that Tamar had been linked to several men connected to Toni's personal circle over the years. Some of those rumors dated back more than a decade, but they suddenly gained new attention because of Brat's comments. Then came another twist that nobody expected. While the internet argued over whether Tamar had crossed a line, some fans began defending her.
The Brat and Tamar worked on Destination. They became close, they became friends, whatever. So if you know, the Braxtons came out last week and Tawanda stated that Tamar slept with Toni's ex, yada yada yada. There was a versus last weekend. Tamar was on stage with Birdman, wiping off his sweat, stopping him from drinking, getting drunk, whatever. Now it's going around that Tamar and Birdman dated back in 2003. And now we know that Toni and Birdman are married.
They pointed out that Hollywood relationships are often complicated, especially when people move in the same social circles for years. From that perspective, it wouldn't be shocking if Tamar and Birdman had briefly connected at some point before Toni ever considered dating him. In that case, the situation wouldn't necessarily be betrayal, it would simply be an awkward piece of history. But critics weren't convinced. They argued that even if the relationship happened earlier, it still raises uncomfortable questions about boundaries within the family. For many people, dating someone who previously had a connection with your sibling can create tension that never fully disappears. And the truth is, the Braxton family has already faced more than its share of public conflicts. Over the years, viewers have watched the sisters clash over finances, career opportunities, and loyalty. There were moments where emotions ran so high that it seemed like the family might never recover. That's why this latest controversy feels different, because now the argument isn't just about money or business decisions, it's about something deeply personal. As the conversation continued to spread online, fans started paying attention to how the Braxton sisters reacted, or didn't react. Tamar hasn't directly addressed the claims in detail. Toni has remained mostly quiet as well, and that silence has only fueled more speculation. People are wondering if the family is handling the situation privately behind closed doors. Others believe the silence might mean the story has some truth to it. But here's the twist that makes everything even more complicated. Brat didn't frame the situation as a betrayal. Instead, she seemed to suggest that the timeline people were assuming might not be accurate. In her version of events, Tamar's involvement with Birdman happened long before Toni entered the picture romantically. If that's the case, the entire controversy might be based on a misunderstanding. Still, the damage from the rumors may already be done. Once a story like this enters the public conversation, it becomes almost impossible to erase. Every old photo, every past interview, every random moment caught on camera suddenly becomes evidence for one theory or another. Fans are now divided into two groups. One side believes Tamar is being unfairly dragged for something that happened years ago and had nothing to do with Toni's relationship. They argue that people are creating drama where none actually exists. The other side feels like too many strange details keep surfacing for this to be a simple misunderstanding. And when family dynamics are already fragile, even a rumor can create distance that takes years to repair. Imagine being in Toni's position for a moment. You're in a relationship that already attracts attention because of who your partner is. Every move gets analyzed by the public. Every decision becomes headline news. Then suddenly, people start suggesting that your sister once had an intimate connection with that same man. Even if the situation happened long before your relationship began, hearing those rumors over and over again could still be uncomfortable. For Tamar, the situation isn't much easier. She has always been outspoken and emotional, which means critics often judge her more harshly than her sisters. When controversy appears, she tends to become the main target of online debates. So now she's dealing with a narrative that paints her as someone who might have crossed a serious line. Whether that story is accurate or not, the pressure from public opinion can feel overwhelming. And let's not forget Birdman's role in all of this. Throughout his career, he's been linked to numerous rumors involving women in the entertainment industry. Some of those stories turned out to be exaggerated, while others contained elements of truth. Because of that reputation, many fans were quick to believe the possibility that he had overlapping relationships. But without clear confirmation from the people involved, the real timeline remains uncertain. What we do know is that the Braxton family has faced intense public scrutiny for years. Cameras captured their disagreements, their emotional breakdowns, and their attempts to repair damaged relationships. Despite all of that, they have continued to support each other through tragedies, career setbacks, and personal struggles. That history makes this moment especially painful for fans who genuinely care about the family. Nobody wants to see sisters divided by rumors about a man. At the same time, people can't stop talking about the story because it touches on something very real: trust within a family. Relationships between siblings are built on loyalty. When that loyalty feels threatened, even by gossip, the emotional impact can be enormous. And that's why this situation continues to dominate conversations online. Some fans are hoping the sisters will eventually address the topic directly and clear the air. Others believe they may choose to keep the truth private in order to protect their bond. Either way, the questions aren't going away anytime soon. Did Tamar really have a past with Birdman before Toni ever dated him? Did the timeline overlap in a way that created tension inside the family? Or is this entire controversy just another example of how celebrity rumors can spiral into something much bigger than the reality? Right now, only a handful of people truly know what happened. What's clear is that the Braxton family has always survived storms together. They've faced heartbreak, financial stress, public criticism, and personal losses, yet somehow they've managed to stay connected. Maybe this moment will end the same way, with honest conversations behind closed doors and a decision to protect their relationship as sisters. Or maybe it will reveal deeper issues that have been building quietly for years. Either way, the story reminds us how complicated family dynamics can become when fame, love, and old secrets collide. Because sometimes the biggest drama doesn't happen on stage or in front of cameras. Sometimes it happens inside the family itself. And when those private moments spill into the public spotlight, the truth can become harder and harder to separate from the rumors. So now the question is simple. Is this just another messy celebrity rumor, or is there a deeper truth hiding beneath the surface? Let me know what you think, because this story has people completely divided, and everyone seems to have their own theory about what really happened.